Hello everyone, and welcome back. It's been a while. Hey, how you doing? This scene might not look very familiar to you, and that is because since the last sit-down video I have filmed, I moved. That was quite some time ago. Since we are all in the thick of the thrilling adventure that is the COVID-19 quarantine, I wanted to take this opportunity, as I had a little bit of extra time to be home, to film an apartment tour. It's been quite a few months since I have moved into this place, so I've really taken a lot of time to make it exactly how I want it to be, to enhance the space, to fill it with art, to fill it with love, to fill it with memories. I'm really happy with where it is right now. I do still have to work on it more, but since I have this extra time, there's no time like the present to film this apartment tour. I'm actually kind of excited to do this because the last apartment tour I did was for my last place. I really did not put a lot of work into the apartment at all, and I put a lot of work into this apartment. So this is gonna be very different from my last apartment tour, which if you watched on my channel, it's not a great apartment tour, but I will link it below in case you did want to watch it. So the last apartment I lived in, I had a roommate. It was a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. This apartment I live in is just a 1-bedroom, and I am living alone. So it's a different vibe just because it is just me and it is solely my place. But because of that, I've really just kind of taken it and run with it and just really made it a wonderful space to live in and to call home. I'm gonna quit rambling and let's get started. All right, we are gonna start our tour at the front door. So this is my front door. So this is my air vent, and it's really ugly looking, so I pinned this up here, which is a towel with a bunch of different hummingbirds on it. I have a thing for hummingbirds, so I bought this towel at a little southern market, and I just thought it was pretty. So I put it on a rod and turned it into kind of a wall hanging. But I put it here just to kind of brighten up this space and make this air vent look less ugly. And then if you go immediately to the right of the front door, there is my trash that I am waiting for the trash valet. So if you go to the right of the door, this is a tiny little closet that I have, and I keep my coats and my blankets and some other things in here. It's just like a quick tiny little closet. And then I have this sign, which I actually made, that says, "Only boring people get bored," which is something that one of my friends that I made on my last international trip said to me, and I just really liked the quote, and I wanted to remember it. So one thing to note about my apartment is that I have done my best to theme every section after somewhere I've traveled, and to kind of showcase all the things that I brought back from that place in that area. So I'm gonna explain to you kind of what each section is themed and how I am representing that area. So going over here, this is where I keep my keys, right next to the door, and then I've got these little shelves with lots of artwork. I've got some plants, some signs. That picture up there is a picture of me in Liverpool last summer. This mosaic I actually made myself, that's over my TV, and it is a worker bee. So I made this in Manchester at a craft class when I was in Manchester, England. So the worker bee is the symbol of Manchester, and that is kind of steeped in their culture and dates all the way back to the Industrial Revolution. So I made that when I was in Manchester, and I just love this mosaic so much, and I love looking at it every day. Going over, I have my bookshelf with lots of cute little things, including several teapots, which I mentioned before, and just tons of plants. So I've got a hanging terrarium up here with some air plants, and then I've got my ivy plant, which is looking real sad. I don't know if it's gonna make it. I think it's diseased, as my grandmother has diagnosed it, but you know, we're giving it all the love and attention and care it deserves anyway. Meanwhile, my Goldilocks plant here is just thriving, so this is gonna be really viney and grow to be really long, at least that's what we hope. So we get lots of sunlight and love and attention, and it keeps growing. I have these little pictures from throughout my travels to England in the tiny frames. So that's Manchester, that's in Chester. I've got this little picture, which is also in Chester. We've got kind of the tiny frames throughout. So this actually came back with me from England. I found this in a thrift store in Chester, and I just thought it was so pretty So I wanted to bring it back. It's probably an urn, but I usually keep like candy in it. Make it a little bit more fun and lighthearted. Some of these teapots I had already, some I found at thrift stores here, and some were given to me by my mother. This little pill box that I have right here also came back with me from England. This I found in that same thrift store and it matched the urn, so I just thought it was really pretty. Moving on to the wall over here. So I found these little plates, these little saucers, at a thrift store here in Charleston, and they're actually all English china, so they've all been made in England. So I saw them and they were perfect for my living room, so I wanted to display them. I thought that they were so cute. This right here is it's an octopus print. It's actually a card, and if you open it up, it's a card that my dear friend Kelsey gave me, I think for my birthday one year, and I just thought it was so beautiful, and I have a thing for octopi, so I wanted to frame it and display it so I could look at it all the time. I've got letters JC up here, which I think are so cute, and they're all rustic, and they just really add a touch of that rustic vibe. I have plans for the space up here to do wooden hexagon shelves to kind of mimic the hexagon shape of the mosaic, but I have yet to purchase and install those, so that project is for another day. Moving on, if we go down here, this is a birdhouse that I got for Christmas that I am waiting to have a very tall guest over so I can get some help in hanging that up in my porch outside. So it sits here for now until that day comes. And then I have an orchid here that my mom sent me for Valentine's Day because she's the cutest woman in the world and I love looking at it. And I've got this little table here. Moving on, this beautiful piece of art was given to me by my dear older sister. She sent me this when I moved into my first place, and I had it up in my room at my first place, I believe, but since it's Alice in Wonderland, I thought it would be perfect for my England-themed living room. And this plate is also from a thrift store here in Charleston, and it is also English china, so it was made in England, and I just love looking at it. I think it looks so cute on this wall. Over to this corner, we've got more plants. This one I love because it's just got such beautiful colors in it. It's still pretty new. I haven't had it for super long, but I can't wait for it to just get full and grow big. Up here I have another plant. This one is on a macrame plant hanger. I just love this one so much, and this plant grows pretty fast. So I haven't had it very long, but it's already gotten, it's grown significantly in the time that I've had it. So I can't wait to see this one start vining and just growing down this section of my living room. Over here, so this is the door to my bedroom, and we will go in there later, but we have not thoroughly explored the living room enough. So these plates up here I actually brought back from a tea shop in England. I believe I got them in Chester. And then this is a cotton flower sort of placket, little sign that I painted myself. The cotton flower is another symbol of Manchester. It's the cotton flower and the worker bee. So I wanted to have a little touch of cotton flower in there. Moving on. So this is what you see when you first walk in my front door. So this is my couch as well as my coffee table and some art. So this coffee table I got at a thrift store here, and it's not finished currently. It's one of my projects that I've got to pin in. So the top was mostly sanded, but I went back and detailed it and made it a little bit smoother. So my goal is to sand it all down, sand the finishing off so that it's all kind of this unfinished look, and then seal everything with like a clear glaze. So this is what it looked like before. So I'm in the process of sanding down the sides. I haven't gotten to this side yet. So I'm sanding off the finishing to kind of wear it down and make it look a lot more weathered and give it a lot more character. So this side is done a little bit better. You can kind of see what I'm going for, but I haven't quite finished. I have to sand down this area more, but this is ideally what the sides will look like. And then this couch was the first piece of furniture that I bought for this place, and these pillows were given to me by my friend Miranda, and I just love the look of this. It's just so cute, so quaint. Up here I've got some art. So I do have intentions for this frame, and you'll see that is big frames hung up without any art in them, and it's because they are works in progress. So these two pictures right here, these were both, I took both of these pictures in college. So this picture was taken at a park that I grew up playing in when I was little. And then this picture, its counterpart over here, was taken at a park that I went to with my friends when I was a little bit older in college or late high school, you know, kind of early college. So it just reminds me of, you know, kind of where I was when I was little and then where I was when I was a little bit older in life from, you know, where I grew up. And I have some pictures here and here that were both taken in England, just more England theming. I have to flip you around to tell you about what I'm gonna put in that frame. So, I am doing a map of the 100 Acre Wood. I am reading through the complete tales and poems of Winnie the Pooh. So once I completely read through it, I'm jotting down kind of the storyline and where things are in relation to each other, and then I'm gonna sketch it all out and then transfer them onto the board here and just completely make a hand-drawn black and white sketch map of the 100 Acre Wood. So that's what's going there. And once it is complete, it's gonna look so good. But that's one of my quarantine projects, is I'm trying to get through the book so I can at least start laying things out and start sketching. Moving on to the kitchen. So the layout of this kitchen is different from the layout of my last kitchen. I don't know if I mentioned, so the unit that I'm in now is in the same complex as I was in my last place. It's just a different unit, but that's why all the features look kind of same. And it's pretty much the same fixtures as my last place, it's just a different layout. So as we begin, we see this adorable black and white photo of my brother running around and playing in our front yard when he was a little bit younger. So I took this picture in college and it just reminds me of him, and the look on his face is just so sweet. And I just love it. Here I have the Winnie the Pooh book that I am reading through to make my map. That is my quarantine project number 1. Over here I have this cute little dish that my friend Miranda gave me, as well as this plant, which I love having here just to bring a little bit of green into the kitchen. The kitchen has been neglected in the plant department, but I have intentions of getting more. So originally my kitchen kind of theming was just to keep it really monochromatic with you know, the black, the white, the silver, and then to pop in this kind of Tiffany blue color. But after I put this plant in the kitchen, I really like the texture of the terracotta and the green with the blue, and then the kind of more sleek looking silhouette. So I think I want to get some terracotta pots to put up here and to kind of pop the terracotta color throughout the kitchen and a little bit of green. So that is my intention here. I've got a little octopi here, which you guys know I love octopi, and just more of the blue, my tea kettle, which I use every day, and then a little tea thing. And then I've got this sign back here, which you can't see because there's things in front of it, and it says, all you need is love and wine, definitely wine. So I've got a few things up here, but not a ton to note. I do have quite a few liquor bottles. I'm not a huge drinker, but you know, when someone gives you a liquor bottle, you just, you don't say no. Here is my fridge where I have various annual pass holder magnets, as well as magnets that my grandparents have brought me back from travels. And then a couple little food items here, as well as my blue mitts, which I love to use when I cook. This one is getting real nasty from all my baking. This area right here is my laundry room, and we won't go in there because I am doing some laundry right now. And it is not a very cute room, so, you know, we'll leave that part out of the tour. But I do want to show you guys this painting that I have up here, which I did. It's a self-portrait that I did in college. And I just like looking at it. I like having it up there. Of course, no kitchen is complete without a Mickey oven mitt. I really love this kitchen. I do spend a lot of time in here. I'm very much a person that loves to cook. I like to cook over here and then put on my Disney Plus over there. I really like this layout. This kitchen has a good amount of storage, actually probably better than the storage in my last apartment, which is crazy considering my last apartment's kitchen was definitely a lot bigger. But I do still have this pantry which is stocked with all of the essentials such as protein powder, Tostitos, chips, and popcorn. Moving on to the next section of the apartment, which is my home office. Over here I have this filing cabinet. So this was actually a really ugly gray color and then had a fake wood top to it. And this was my boss's old cabinet in her office. And she got a new one, so she didn't need this one anymore. So I asked her if I could have it, and she said absolutely. So I took it home with me, and I painted it, I gave it some love, and now it looks so pretty. So up here I have some books, as well as like a couple little things. I've got these beautiful lanterns that I got at Disney World, as well as some other little trinket things here and there. I really am loving this area, and over the course of being home, I've definitely put a lot more love into it than I have in the past, but I'm really enjoying it. So here I have my calendar, as well as my Disney pin collection, which has grown substantially since the last time I cataloged it, so expect a video in the near future. I've got some more signs and artwork and pictures. This my grandma gave me for Christmas, and it's actually from Disney World. This I did myself when I was watching The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I got inspired. Over here is my home desk, so I've got my laptop as well as some other little things that I just love and like. This picture I have had since I was probably this age, and my best friend Gabby, who's still one of my best friends today, she gave it to me, and I just love it. So up here I have another blank frame. This is another classic case of art intentions, and I have not figured out what I'm going to put here, but I did want to hang the frame up so I could hang up these side frames and at least get something on the wall here. So these side frames are actually my business cards. So I've had this thing where ever since I was little, I just really loved business cards. It just, I don't know, for me it just feels super legit, and I just really like having them. So this is the business card for my first position at the club that I'm at now, and then this is the business card for my position currently because I just got promoted, and I just love looking at them, and I want to do this where I frame a business card from every position and title that I hold, just to kind of remind me of my professional journey and just to kind of remind me of the path that I'm on, where I've come from, and where I'm going. Over here I have a few more things, an Employee Excellence Award that I won at work because, you know, let's face it, your girl is the bomb. Down here I have my craft drawers where I keep my paints and some of my canvases and drawing materials. Over here I have a little cork board with some art and some pictures and some things I've collected over a little while. And then up here I have a picture of pointe shoes that I painted when I was in college. And I actually just hung this up yesterday, but I really like looking at it. It makes me happy. Over here we have some art projects that are unfinished. That's a common theme. Here is my ladder, which gets a ton of use in this apartment, being a very small lady. And I have this picture right here of a swan that I am in the middle of painting. I have to finish it. I'm not satisfied with the way the water is, but you know, we're working on it. And then just some more decoration up here. Alright folks, that concludes the living room, kitchen, office area. Now it's time to head on into the bedroom. Going into the bedroom, and that is where the magic happens. So this is my room. If you walk in, it's pretty small. My apartment currently is, it's definitely a lot smaller than my last place, but it's very cozy. So this is my bed where I have my practically perfect in every way pillow. My bed takes up most of my room, but I kind of like it that way. It just feels really cozy and intimate. So above my bed I have this map of the world, and I'm going to start dotting off everywhere that I've traveled, and I'm going to frame the border of the map with currency from, you know, everywhere that I come in contact. Every time I use a new currency, I'm going to keep a bill and, you know, put it up here. So on either side of this map I have these postcards, which I got from Disney World, of Up. And it's just my little reminder that adventure is out there and there's a whole big world that I haven't explored yet. this is my night table. I have a current knitting project that is in process, as well as my computer in case I need to research. My essential oil sleep roll-on, which I absolutely love. Again, more plants. Just a couple little things. So next to my end table, I have this sign hanging up which says, please use the spittoon. This sign was up in my last place, and it is from my great-grandfather. So I have this left over from my last place, but this I'm going to be getting rid of and getting a little table to put here, or a little drawer or something, just that better suits the space. Here we have more, you guessed it, plants. I just love these plants, and I love having them in here. And I really love this pot especially. I got it at a local garden store. All of my plants are from this local garden store here, except for one which I got at Walmart. But I just love looking at them, and they add so much ambiance to my room. Of course, my bedroom would not be complete without a wall of photos with my family. I just love looking at these. It makes me feel like they're here with me, keeping me company, and it's like we're still together. So I've got a couple more junky things that I haven't figured out what quite to do with, so they just kind of hang out over here. And then I have my dresser, which matches my headboard and my end table. And yeah, I've got it right here with my bedroom TV propped up on, and then I've got a little mirror here, so when I'm getting dressed, I can look at my outfit. And I've got this cool art piece, which I found at a thrift store here in Charleston, and I just think it's really cool, and I really like it. Got this sign which my mom got me, which says I love you from here to New Jersey and back. She's so cute. Over here is the temporary storage solution that we are working with. So my plans for this section is to kind of scrap all of these and get a big tall dresser to put all of this in. But for now, this is what we've got. And these right here are the sweats that I use most frequently, and that's why they're out. So I would say my room is definitely the section of the apartment that I've given the least attention to. My room is going to be themed after a trip to Spain that has yet to happen. I did want to book it for this coming June with this coronavirus thing going on. I don't know if that's still going to happen. I might postpone it until later in the year. The intention is still to go and have that be my big international trip this year. I don't know if that's going to end up working out, but we'll see. Fingers crossed, right? It definitely needs more attention. It's definitely not the level of coziness that I want it to be at, but it's getting there. Once I do that trip, I want to just fill it with mosaics and artwork and color. That's going to be the vibe for this space, especially because I love my living room, but it's very like monochromatic and very earth tones, so it's kind of solemn. But then I want my bedroom to be very much full of color and full of life, so that's my goal. I do have these really pretty curtains with this great pattern on them that definitely looks very Spanish, and they add a lot of color and just elegance and sophistication to the room. They actually make the room feel a lot bigger ever since I put them up. I don't know, there's just something about them. I love, it's such a small change, but it made such a big difference to the space. Alright, now that we have finished with my room, it is time to head on in to my bathroom. Alright, walking into the bathroom. So my bathroom is themed after my trip to Cuba. So I've got these great prints of pictures that I took while I was over there of cars. I love looking at these cars and these buildings. It just makes me so happy. And then I've also got these little colorful fun pill boxes on the walls. So these were actually given to me by one of my best friends, Gabby, when we were a lot younger. And I just kept them because I thought that they were so pretty and cute, and I really like having them here. I just think it's a really cool, like, texture to have on the wall, and I just love the way it looks in the space. And then I have a little sign up here that says, get up, dress up, show up, never give up. And there's me. Hello! I'm going to take a pause while we're in front of this mirror right here to show you this amazing shirt that I am wearing, which says smile on it. So, and it's super comfortable and really cute, and I put on real clothes for you guys today, which is more than I can say I have done in the past couple days. But This shirt is really cute and comfortable, and if you like it as well, you can get it on positivitiesco.com, which is actually my friend Justin's company, and I'll link that down below if you are interested, which you should be because it's really, really cute, and I really love it. So moving on, I have my essentials, makeup wipes, toothbrush over here, and then these are kind of the products that I use on a daily basis, as well as my tiny little mirror, which, hey. Over here I have hair accessories, so these are all my scarves that I'll either use in my hair or tie it in a bow or around my neck like a little ascot, and I really like to wear those. So I have this shelf over my bathroom because I don't have a ton of counter space in this unit compared to my last unit, so I try to keep everything kind of here instead. So I've got makeup that I use every day here, overflow makeup, which is like some extra powders and liquid eyeshadows and lip products that I'm not going to use every day but need, good access to. And then I have perfumes right here. I used to collect perfume, but I lately have switched over to one scent, and the one that I am using is Viktor Rolf Flower Bomb, which I love. And then I've got some cute little things on the shelf as well. This car actually came back from Cuba with me, this little wooden car, and I just love looking at it. Here's my shower curtain. So moving on to my closet, which actually opens. It's got a double door. So this closet is a lot smaller than my last closet. It still has a good amount of storage space. So I have these drawers here, which I keep a lot of my like sweats and activewear in. And then I've got all my shoes lined up down here. I've got a lot of clothes, you guys, and I know I've got a lot of clothes. And I've got more things stored up here, more clothes, handbags, sheets, you name it. Lots of stuff. I've got like kind of long dresses over here and jeans and pants, and let's not forget vests. This is a very important section of the closet. Alright guys, well that concludes my apartment tour. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my space as much as I enjoyed putting it together. I really, really genuinely love this apartment. I've put so much more time into this space than I put into my last space, and I just really love coming home to it at the end of the day. It's just so special, and there's so many things up on the walls that just make me smile on a daily basis. I feel like this place much more so than my last one just feels a lot more like home, and I'm really excited to be able to share it with you. It's a really special space, and I love being able to call it home. I hope you guys are being able to navigate this crazy, weird situation that we all find ourselves in right now, which is quarantine. I'm doing the best I can. I feel very fortunate that I'm still working. I just hope everyone is staying safe and staying healthy and staying happy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a magical day.